Here's Branham, guarded by Nelson. Count it. And the Hawks lead by 3.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Nelson. Ausar Thompson is out there with Jeremy Sochan. And there's Jackson, and it's Reed in at center. Reed with a screen for Jackson. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Sochan with it. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Nelson, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Here's Branham, right wing, from downtown. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Sochan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Thompson from long range. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Branham. Here's Sorber. Plays it up and banks it in.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
Jackson looking around. Nelson kicks to Jackson. Pass to Sochan. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Atlanta leading by 3. To the right side. Now Reza Shea. With some arc. He takes it up and lays it in. Reza Shea's got 8 points in the quarter.
It has certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Thompson outside. They set the pick. Pass to Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist in the game.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Kozlov, guarded by Jackson. Right at the free throw line. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And they have left the defense scrambling because they have found success in the paint, which has allowed them to play inside out.
Now, here's Reed. Misses from short range.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
The Hawks working the ball around. To the paint. Here's Sorber.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Thompson sets the pick for Jackson. No good from outside.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Here's the screen. Here's Jaka Jonas. And he gets the bucket. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open look.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Hawks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And it's Washington missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Gonzalez. Out to Johnson. Now Sochan. Just 5 to shoot. Can't hit from in close.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Murray for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Gonzalez pass to Sochan. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Here's Jonas. Good, nice job down low. Jonas has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponents.
Timeout, Blazers. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey there, I was able to listen in on the Portland head coach talking to his team. Coach told them to adjust on defense, saying they're calling it tight right now. We can keep the same effort, but less reaching in and all that. Don't let them beat us at the line. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Knocks down the three.
And with that three, his second of the half, he equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Branham. Riza with it. Misses the three.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The screen from Thompson. Can't get it to go.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Now, Riza Lock at 6. Takes the three. He drills the three.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
The three is on.
He's been way off the mark in this second half. Just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Kozlov, guarded by Reed. Count it!
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Atlanta.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Riza.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Jackson. Thompson gets it to go. Down low. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.
a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Here's Dillingham. Back to Simons. Pass to Flores. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks it down from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
On the court right now for Cleveland. Sweet little floater. He's got 24.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. The putback. And the dunk by Edey.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And Cleveland has possession. Miami making their last shot. Well from outside. Drills it from deep.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Flores. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Edey. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Malawach. To the paint. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Edey. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Newell. Again, Antetokounmpo missing. Cleveland trails by 17. There's the triple. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Dillingham. Antetokounmpo inside. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo has got 4 points now in the quarter. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And while we have a moment here, let's take a look at our player of the game. Someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. He thinks it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Boy, he'd been struggling a lot in the past few games. Good to see him bounce back with such a strong effort here tonight. Pass to Newell. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Jaquez. Knocks down the long J. Jaquez has got 11 points here in the second half.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Simons outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Saturday, they'll take on Zion Williamson. Then on Monday.
And you know, for that matchup with New Jersey, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there. If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
He's covered by Simons. Pass to Jaquez. Here's the three. rebound Miami. Edey's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Dillingham. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Now here's Simons. Inside, the steal. Here's Newell. Pass to Jaquez. Oh, he jammed it.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Flores, good. Flores has got 5 points now this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Timeout called. Heat. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Hendricks. Miami leading by 18. Simons with it. Here's Dillingham. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, it misses. Cleveland trails by 18. Beyond the arc. Oh, it misses.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Simons. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. And we've got a line change for Cleveland. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Heat.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
You know, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the board.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
Free throw no good for Claxton. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Here's Newell. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down. Here's Dillingham. Just blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. A big group substitution here for Cleveland.
Patrick Baldwin. Trey Murphy. Quentin Grimes.
Now Simons. The three is off. Fires the three. The three ball is down. Here's Simons. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. For three. Knocks down the trifecta.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Sexton. Oh, the long ball, no good. And so Miami takes the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Giannis, some impressive wins. Talk about the momentum that you guys have created.
We definitely have a lot of momentum. We've got to keep playing good basketball, but at the end of the day, we've got to keep defending. We've got to be the one that hits first.
Both ends of the floor so important. Thanks, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you later.
Here's Hardy. The three from Barnes. Pittman with the rebound.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Edwards. Barnes out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Hardy, and it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Murphy. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Barnes outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Barnes has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's a luxury for Barnes to be able to square up and get to the basket.
Right side Murphy. Lays it up off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Hardy passes to Barnes. Now McDaniels. Out to the right wing. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that can direct the floor and can control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Charlotte trails by 13. Black with it. Outside, Murphy. Pass to Pittman. Lets the three fly. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Edwards slams it in.
And just making shots here and playing well in the 4th quarter.
No interest in coasting to the buzzer, it looks like. I mean, they're going to keep pouring it on, and that's as it should be.
Now, here is Murphy. Off the run, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Minnesota making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. Nobody near Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Murphy will bring it up for the Hornets. In the corner, Knipple with it. Drains the three-pointer. Knipple's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Now here's Barnes. Lets it go from deep. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Now here's Edwards. Offensive rebound. Barnes outside. Allen at the screen for Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Coming out of the break, he has been ice cold. I mean, walking without shoes in Antarctica cold. Wow.
Pass to Murphy. Here's Filipowski, covered by Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Minnesota leading by 10. From deep. The shot by McDaniels, no good. The Hornets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take it. Black kicks to Murphy. Filipowski passes to Black. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Now here's McDaniel. And here's Barnes for 3. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
So it's the Hornets now. Following the three by Minnesota.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Barnes outside. Here's Edwards. From deep. And it misses. Charlotte trails by 11. Now Black. And yeah, it's good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The Hornets call time. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I had a chance to find out what Charlotte's head coach was going over with his guys. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. On the free throw, no good. Shoots the three. Not that time. It won't go. Charlotte shooting 51% from the field. They'll take it. Lets it go. And he misses the jam.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That one misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Giddey. Puts up a three. Murphy there for the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Jacks up a three. The three goes down.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Minnesota leading by 6. Edwards looking it over. Barnes sets a screen for Edwards. The three doesn't go. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And there's the three.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Camp. Brought to you by AT&T. And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And here is Giddey. Now Allen. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. And so Murphy will bring it up for Charlotte. Rebounded by Allen inside. And now we've got the intentional foul.
5th personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. And the Hornets call time here. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's Black. Missed on the three. Here's Giddey. And so Minnesota takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.